Here we have AP calculus AB problem. Okay, let's go to the information. There is a function given over here. That is h of x equals to secant square of 4x. Which sequence of rules can be used in order to differentiate h in its current form? So that is, we have to find the derivative of the given function h of x. For that, which sequence of rules can be used in the given answer choices? Okay, now let me write the given function as it is. That is h of x equals to secant square of 4x. Okay, to find derivative of this function, first let me write the secant square as secant of 4x, then the whole square. Now I'm going to find the derivative. When I find derivative of this h of x, it will become h prime of x. Okay, here on the right side we have exponent 2 for the complete stuff over here. So I can use the power rule of derivative to get derivative for the exponent 2. So that is, I have to bring this exponent 2 in front of it and subtract 1 from the exponent. So that's the power rule of derivative. Okay, let me do it. 2 times secant of 4x whole to the power of 2 negative 1. So I use the power rule to get derivative for this exponent 2 over here. Now, by chain rule, I have to get derivative for the base secant of 4x. Let me write over here. So secant of 4x prime. That is, I got derivative for the base secant of 4x. Again, by chain rule, I have to get derivative for this 4x. Let me write the stuff over here. That is 4x prime. Okay, so here I have done 3 steps. The first step, I just use the power rule to get derivative for the exponent over here. In my second step, I use the chain rule to get derivative for the base secant of 4x. The third step, again, I use the chain rule to get derivative for this 4x. Okay, since power rule is the basic rule of derivative, we can skip the power rule of derivative, and let's consider the rest of the process. So the rest of the process, the second step and third step. So in my second step, I use the chain rule to get derivative of this secant of 4x. In third step also, I have used the chain rule to get derivative for this 4x. Okay, now let's verify the given answer choices. In option A, we have chain rule, then product rule. So it's not true because in step 2 and step 3, in both the steps, I used only chain rule. I never use the product rule anywhere in this derivative. So we can reject option A. Option B, product rule, then product rule. We never use the product rule, so we can reject option B as well. So C also can be rejected for the same reason, because option C says product rule then chain rule. We have never used a product rule, so we can reject option C as well. Okay, when I consider option D, chain rule then chain rule. In step 2, I use a chain rule. In step 3 also, I use a chain rule. So the correct answer choice for this question is option D. Okay, now we got answer for this question. Anyways, to gain our knowledge in finding derivative, let's complete this derivative over here. So let me continue the problem here. That is h prime of x equals to 2 times secant of 4x. 2 negative 1 is just 1. So whenever there is an exponent 1, we can simply ignore it. So and also here we have to get the derivative of secant of 4x. Already we know the derivative of that secant x. So what is the derivative of secant x? Let me write the derivative of secant x. That is secant x times tangent x. The same thing we have to do over here. But at the place of x, we have 4x. So on the right side also, the place of x, we have to write 4x. Then I'm getting secant of 4x times tangent of 4x. Okay, so what's the derivative of this 4x? So here we do derivative with respect to x, because h of x is a function of x. So we have to do derivative with respect to x. So here 4 is a constant multiplied by the variable. When I find derivative, there is a constant multiplied by the variable. We have to keep the constant as it is, and I have to find the derivative of the variable alone. So for the derivative of x is just 1, so it becomes 4 times 1. Okay, then we get h prime of x equals to 2 times secant of 4x times secant of 4x times tangent of 4x times 4 times 1 is 4. Okay, then finally h prime of x equals to, so here we have a constant 2, here we have a constant 4. We can multiply these two constants. 2 times 4 is 8. And when I multiply the secant of 4x, it will become secant square of 4x times tangent of 4x.